Hi, you're either having hamstring surgery or you just had it shortly. Well, about 18 weeks ago I did something stupid on water skis, and 17 weeks ago I had an operation reattaching my hamstrings, two of them, to my hip. Now there's a bunch of things I wish someone would have sat me down and talked about before and to get me through those first 3, 4, 6 weeks. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. Here's the topics I'm going to talk about briefly. I'm going to talk about before surgery, what to expect. The most important section of this is items to get in a range before your surgery, because it's really important. I'm going to talk about how to fit and use crutches, how to go to the toilet. Believe me, that's an issue. How to have a shower. The first 3, 4 weeks, it's brutal. The surgery, I'll just talk briefly about what happens in the surgery, and surviving the first few weeks, because the first few weeks really is the hard part. I had someone show me how to partial weight bear on crutches. It's good to know. And then I'm going to talk about getting back to work and just a little bit about physiotherapy, because they're experts, they know what they're doing. So here we get right into it.
So my last surgery was 50 years ago when I had my appendix out when I was 14. I figured a couple weeks of recovery, yeah sure, they said physio for 6 months, but I got a few things to tell you. First of all, they cut your butt muscle that much, 5 or 6 inches. It's a big cut. And as a result, you're gonna be flat on your back for 6 weeks or in a reclining chair. And I mean, you're gonna be preferring to be in bed or on a reclining chair because of the recovery process. You're not going back to work soon. Not even at all. I thought, because I'm an office worker, that I'd be back to work within 2, 3 weeks and doing something. It was months. You can't even get a cup of coffee in that first 2 weeks by yourself. That was frightening for me, because I need my coffee in the morning. And I need to repeat that you're going to be doing nothing for 6 weeks, because you're not allowed to put any weight on the leg that got the operation. And believe me, you don't want to put any weight, because a few times I accidentally put some weight on, that's the only time you're really in pain. Someone should have told me. I put 10 pounds on in 6 weeks sitting on my back. 10 pounds, and that's hard to get rid of. So now I'm beginning to work at that. So I've laid out the most common items that you're really going to need to pick up. They'll tell you to get crutches. Do watch the part about how to fit them. I had a physiotherapist show me. It's different than you would think. I bet you wouldn't think, but you'll need these. Well, my wife picked them up at Walmart, because you're going to be wearing a brace for the next 8 weeks, and you need clothes that'll pull over that brace. I'll show you that later, because this is the brace. And I'll show you some of the limitations that ends up doing for you. It's nice you don't get a crutch, though, I'll tell you. If you're going to have a shower, and I expect you really want to have a shower, this is an essential ingredient. Again, learned that trick from someone that this goes with it, really important. Over here is an ice pack that they tell you to use a lot during the first 3 weeks. And then you're going to want a really good heating pad, because once you begin physiotherapy, you're going to want that a lot. Even pick this stuff up, Restore-Lax. It's not that I'm doing a commercial. What happens when you get your anesthetic is it puts your total lower body to sleep, and you won't poop. That's why they ask you, have you pooped yet? Have you pooped yet? Just take this. So if you get just one thing from this video, it's get this piece of equipment. This is a toilet assist. It's a standalone toilet assist, which means you can take it if you have to go to a hotel or to see a specialist or something like that. You can take it along, because you are going to need it for the first 6 to 8 weeks. Just fits from every toilet, just like that. It's real easy. So one of the weird difficulties, for example, is getting into your shower. This is my ledge's shower, and looks like nothing, doesn't it? Well, when you try and get in the shower when you're on crutches, this crutch goes over here, and tiles, believe me, they look like they're solid, but they're not. And you do that while you're trying to get in, because you've got it, your leg is stuck here, you can't put weight on it. You have to somehow get that leg over that. And literally, again, I have to tell you that for the first 3, 4 weeks, I couldn't do it on my own. I needed help, and I'll show you how to have a shower in a minute too. So in Canada, hamstring reattachment surgery is considered day surgery, which means if you get it done in the morning, early afternoon, even later in the afternoon, if they get their way, they're going to send you home. Don't do it. Stay overnight. You're going to need nursing help that first night. You're going to need morphine to get you through that first night. You just are. You have a choice of anesthetic. It's important to know you have either a spinal where you stay awake,
or an anesthetic where they put you out. I chose getting put out because I couldn't imagine lying face down for a 2-hour surgery where they're working on you. Just couldn't imagine. The disadvantages of that is that your lower half of your body, it's put to sleep, and not just for that day, for quite a time, which is why you do need to drink an incredible amount of water. I mean that, incredible amount of water. Just keep pumping it in. You'll have to work like a devil to pee. I know it's not glamorous, it's not exciting to be talking about it, that's the fact. And the same thing to have a bowel movement. And the final thing about your surgery, get a wheelchair to the door. You're not going to feel like crutching it all the way because you're not that good at crutches yet. We weren't offered, the staff was incredible. I want to say that in public, incredible at the hospital. But we weren't offered a wheelchair. I had to ask for a wheelchair to get to the front. In the first few weeks at home, like, you're going to be off painkillers in 8 or 9 days. Believe it or not, it's not that painful after you get going, but it's painful if you sit wrong and you happen to bump your leg. Realize that you can't bend over at all. Like, literally, you can reach the top part of your brace and that's it. So that's the only mobility you got. You can't put on your socks, you can't put on shoes. If there's snow outside, don't go outside. Plan on never going outside for 8 weeks. I'm serious, because I don't know how you would have crutches not slip. And stairs, oh, the stairs. I'll tell you, we have 2 stairs coming into our house, and the fear factor trying to get up those stairs, even though I practiced on crutches the day before, is incredible. It was basically impossible to do stairs. You will not want to do stairs for the first 7 to 8 weeks. Do as little as possible. You need your bed on the same level as your living area, because you will not do stairs. Don't do stairs. It's the most frightening thing in your life when you see a stair after you've got your surgery done. So get a recliner in there, get your bed, get where you sleep. Remove your rugs. I'm not sure, look down here. So you see a rug like that? You put your crutch on that, you go down, and you're back in the operating room. So don't do that. Very, very important. You'll not survive the first 2 weeks without help. And by help, you can't get your own breakfast. You can't get your own cup of coffee. You need someone to do your meals. You need someone to help you with just basic things. You can't shower by yourself. You need help. So really, arrange that help, and regardless, get someone in to do that. So to get out of bed, first we go like that. Very awkward, because it hurts like crazy when you're doing that. You can't touch your leg down, and this doesn't dig in, so you end up digging in, trying to use your right leg and your right hand, pushing off, and then you're finally up. It's painful, and it's exhausting when you've never done it before. So it was about day 10, I determined that I was going to make my own coffee. So this is where we make coffee in our house. And you're going to make it fine, you're going to make it over there. And whether you boil your water or you use a Keurig or something like that, you finally get your coffee dripped and you pour it into your mug. It's more difficult than you think trying to balance on this thing. Where are you going to drink your coffee? Normally you'd like to sit down instead, and there's no way you're going to carry this while you're crutching. My solution was, we had a stool. I would bang over to the stool, drag it over, put my coffee, and then spend the next 45 seconds pushing it over to where I was going to sit down and have a cup of coffee. It worked, and it was worth it. So I'm standing here with the brace that you're going to have that is locked to 30 degrees for the first 6 weeks. It does not move, and you don't want it to move. Another thing about that is that first probably the first 3 weeks, this is as far as you can reach over. Really, it's so tight in the back that you're only going to be able to touch that. That gives you an idea of the range of motion. The crutches, I had a physiotherapist show me, they fit to right there. Right there, not in your armpit, because I thought, oh, you just ram in your armpit, but apparently you'll cause damage to your rotator cuff. So they fit there. If someone didn't show you, so it fits there. So when you're actually crutching, you're using your straight arm. You're not using your arm like that. You use a straight arm. See this ledge down here? Well, when you're going to the bathroom in the middle of the night, and for some reason I had to like three times a night for the first 3 to 4 weeks, that looks like it's a mountain to get over, because if you happen to catch it with your crutch or with your foot as you drag it, you're down and you're back in the operating room. So fear of anything with any kind of height to it is, and inability to do a good job of getting it over is a real factor. So to have a shower, you remember that fancy tool I had you make sure you got a quantity of? Well, you grab your bag and you cut a hole there out of the, so you can stick your foot through later. Then with the assistance of someone else, because remember, you can barely reach here, and I'm serious, you can barely reach it. You cannot reach the second strap because of your body is just, it's so stiff and in pain. So with the assistance of someone else, you pull this completely over your leg, sticking your leg through the cut part, and then the other special tool, the painter's tape, you take the painter's tape and securely get it so no water can get onto your brace. Your brace has got foam all over, it gets wet, it would be aggravating for a long time. Also make sure you put tape around the bottom to completely seal your leg off, because you're not taking this brace off for 3, maybe 4 weeks. So you haven't used crutches ever before. By the time I went to the bathroom, it's a journey. I'm out of breath and I'm feeling weak. Your body's just been assaulted in the surgery. So when you finally get to the shower, I'm sitting here and I'm already in the first 2-3 weeks especially weak and almost trembling. So what I would do, my wife would be there, I'd grab onto this, not putting too much weight on it because it's just a towel bar, give her my crutches, she would take my crutches, and again, remember the difficulties, you can't put any weight on here or on your surgery site. So getting down, slowly, surely, then I would scoot over enough that I could stand up again, closer to getting into the shower. I'd get my leg over, which was sometimes a bit of a challenge. Once I was like this, my wife would push the transfer bench in. I would once again grab on and go down. Again, I'm not putting any weight on my left butt cheek because it would just make me scream. I slide into the shower and you have a shower. So for the first 4, 5, 6 weeks after surgery, you can't put any weight on your surgery side, which happened to be my left side, any weight at all. That means going to the bathroom is an issue, which is why you need this toilet assist. I'll just give you an example with your brace. Do remember, you can't touch your left foot. Cannot touch the ground because you're going to scream in pain. So you'll end up, and yes, it's this slow. I'm using a wall. Thank goodness there's a wall there. Reach down here. And believe me, for the first week, you're going to go like this. I had to hang on to this like that to go to the bathroom. And it's not pretty, and I don't have a lot of pride right now. That's the only way you can do it. And without this, I have no idea how I would have gone to the bathroom. So if things go well, at week 6, your surgeon's going to say you can partial weight bear now, with the objective within 2 weeks actually being full weight bearing, probably with some crutch assistance. So when I first started this, I sort of read up about it, and this is what I was doing. Because I didn't want to put any weight on that, and said, hop, hop, hop. Well, that's not the right way to do it. We had a friend who's been through a number of surgeries, and you do it in a walking way, and you're not putting weight on it, but you make your feet look like they're just doing a nice walk, probably putting only 10-15% on in the first part. And you just gradually build up, and within 2 weeks, you'll be basically, even with crutches, using 90 to 100% of your weight right on it. It's great. It feels like freedom. Freedom 55. So, get back to work. Sooner or later, you got to get back to work. Well, here's the main issue. You can't sit for long. I'm at week 17. I have maybe 30-35 minutes before my legs begins to scream at me. And I've got a really good chair. I own my own business. I've got a really good chair. So, I think as an office manager, you can plan on probably a good 4 months, maybe 5 months before you're able to go to work. You may ask your employer, can you work 2 hours at a time or 3 hours at a time? And since I own my own business and I wanted to be in, and I came in about week 12, within 2 days, I got myself one of these. Absolutely essential. I can stand for 2.5 hours. I can only sit for a half hour. So as a result, as an office worker, if you can get one of these, you can stay in the building for up to 4 hours right now, week 17. And I'm sure by the week 25, you'll be back not even thinking about your leg. So if you're on your feet, say for example in service sales or counter sales in the retail environment, the same thing goes. You can probably start doing your job about 4 months. It might take you 5.5. It would be really great if your employer has a little bit of flexibility and you could work for a couple hours at a time and gradually build that up until your muscles get good. Because walking and standing, you can do quite well. So I work in the automotive industry. We're going to go in the shop, and I have to tell you that if you're a technician or someone that has to stand on their feet to work, the reality is you're going to be off a full 6 months, and you should take full 6 months, because your job in that 6 months is to get better. And that means you've got 2.5 hours of physio exercises in the morning. You need to start walking as soon as you can and walk as much as you can and do an hour in the afternoon. So at 6 months, you're going to be back to normal, which is my hope too. If it's at all possible, see your physiotherapist before the surgery. Now, likely not possible because you're in emergency and got this done. Well, on the screen right now is showing the exercises that are on the physician sheet that he gave me, and I just missed them. I didn't see them. One of the really important ones, for example, is the ankle pumps, which helps your circulation, reduces swelling, and as important as your calf muscle. Mine seized up because I didn't do these exercises, and it took till last week, week 15, before my calf muscle, which wasn't the surgery muscle, obviously, got fixed. And regarding physio, book it now. You're going to see your surgeon about day 10, day 14, about day 21, 24, and after the second appointment, he's going to give you permission to go to physio. And if your physios are like most places, they're booked up. They're booked up a lot, and you'll want to go. You want to go like 3 times a week. You want 40-minute sessions. I have to tell you that at first, they don't do much at first, but within 3 weeks, you're going to get a bunch of exercises. And by bunch, literally, I'm doing 2 hours a day of stretches and nice, easy-going exercises to get me back into shape. Week 17 is when they finally work strength in the hamstring. So we're not even working strength. It takes 17 weeks to get to that. Your physiotherapist will be fantastic and great. So my advice, book often and book now. Oh, I almost forgot. One of the best therapies is to walk. And your first walk will be about 40 yards. But it is one of the best therapies. Walk as much as you can and find a walking track if it's winter outside, because you do not want to be walking on slippery surfaces. Walk lots. So before I go, I want you to meet the person that put this video together. So Zach, come on out and meet the folks. Remember, your job during your recovery is to get better. So that means see a physiotherapist, do your exercises, and life will be great.